Hi, I'm Amy Barron Smolinski, Executive Director for Mom to Mom Global. Today is a really special day. Today's Thanksgiving, and it's a time when we all take a step back and think about all the things in our lives that we're grateful for. And here at Mom to Mom Global, we want to take today to take a moment and acknowledge three amazing people whom we are so grateful to for all the work that they have done. You may not know their names, but their work and their dedication and everything that they contributed to our organization is evident every day in how we run, in how our chapters run, in how our online social media presence works. We would not be where we are without these people. And we've been very overdue and very remiss in acknowledging them. It's taken us a long time to get all of our materials all in one place. So today, Thanksgiving 2017, we want to take a moment here and acknowledge our three former board members for Mom to Mom Global, starting with Jackie Cropper. Yes, Jackie, that's you. So Jackie was our first, she started as our first new chapter manager. And then we quickly discovered that her expertise and experience and professional knowledge base was invaluable to the organization. And she was promoted to our first ever new chapter director. And as new chapter director, Jackie really put together our process for bringing on new chapters. So when somebody contacts us and says, hey, I'd like to start a Mom to Mom chapter, the work that Jackie did laid the foundation for the process that we have today. And in addition, Jackie's leadership as first as an active duty service member and then as a veteran service member, as an Air Force nurse in IBCLC, really helped us when we were developing our policies to make sure that they were not only compliant with military community and military regulations, but also that they really took into account the medical and clinical aspects of breastfeeding, and in terms of delineating what we can and can't do as peer support. So Jackie, today, after way too long, I want to thank you so much for your work and for your dedication and for everything that you put into our organization to help us grow to be where we are today and continuing to grow. In addition, Jackie was also the first program director for Mom to Mom Mountain Home at the Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho. And she was the first ambassador for our Mom to Mom Eielson Fort Wainwright chapter up in Alaska. And we are so grateful that you've left such an indelible mark on our organization, not only with your work with Global, but in two military communities that now have breastfeeding peer support because of your work. So Jackie, in the mail, you will be receiving our certificate of thanks and appreciation. And we will also be sending you one of our special Mom to Mom volunteer pins. So we hope that you wear this on your uniform if you're, when you go back to work in the hospital as a nurse practitioner, which I know is happening soon, and that you can always be proud of the work that you've done because we are forever in your debt. Okay, the second person that we want to honor is Megan Moyo. And I'm going to try not to be teary on this one. Megan, I first met when she was pregnant with her first child. She was stationed here in Germany with me. And she was an incredible volunteer for Mom to Mom KMC, which was our original chapter. As a nurse, she did her capstone BSN project about breastfeeding, and her work really helped contribute to bringing our chapter, elevating our chapter's education. Then she was stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, where she was the first ever Mom to Mom ambassador for Fort Bliss. And she started our chapter there and did a fantastic job of helping build a community and connect moms with the breastfeeding support in the El Paso military community. And then she moved back to Germany and is now stationed here again. So I get to see her every week. And she came onto the board of KMC again as our education director here locally. While she was doing all of this, she also had another child. She became an advanced nurse lactation consultant, and she was our education director. She helped originate the education position. She authored much of the educational materials and resources. She did an amazing job pulling together our chapter resource document, vetting websites that are accurate, evidence-based, and up-to-date. And she does all of this with just simple, matter of fact, gets it done. I loved working with you, Megan. I love that we're neighbors now and I get to see you. I do miss having you on the board, but I'm super happy for you, and we wish you and your family all the best with the new little one on the way. So, Megan, when I see you, like next week, you will also receive our certificate of appreciation for all of the wonderful work that you have done. We did not include the Mom to Mom KMC work yet because it is still ongoing, and we will honor you again when that closes, but hopefully not for a long time. And you will also receive one of our special commemorative volunteer pins. Thank you so much for everything that you have contributed to this organization. You are absolutely amazing. And lastly, we have one final person who was on the global board who has stepped down from the global board, although she is still highly involved in our Fort Bragg chapter so she's currently the program director at Fort Bragg. But that is Angela Tatum Malloy. I met Angela online through a lactation counselor forum, and we connected, both being military spouses and both being breastfeeding supporters. And when we were looking to start Mom to Mom Global, Angela was the first person who came back and said, yep, I want to do this. I want to be on your board, and I want to start a chapter here at Fort Bragg. And she jumped in with both feet. Angela's savvy with social media was invaluable. Her networking skills are amazing. And as a woman of color, her perspective really helped us to make sure that we were being conscious of inclusive language and inclusive culture when we were building our organization from the ground up. Diversity, inclusivity, and equity have always been core values for Mom to Mom Global. And the way that we've been able to put that into practice really started with Angela. She had a lot of patience with us and really gave a lot of her time to educating myself and the other board members so that we could make sure that our diversity commitment is action-based and not just word lip service. And Angela also never ceases to hold us accountable to our commitments, and for that I'm incredibly grateful. Angela's a powerhouse. You are a force of nature, and I am so glad that you are part of our organization. I'm so grateful to you for all of the nights we were up talking on Facebook at times when one or the other of us should have been asleep, but we were birthing this baby of Mom to Mom Global together. And I hope that you know that your indelible imprint is in the DNA of our organization. And we are, of course, incredibly grateful for your continued involvement with our organization. Even though Angela stepped down from our global board, she continues to be the program director for our Fort Bragg chapter. She also continues to represent Mom to Mom Global in several research initiatives with Army Medical Command, and she is one of our member representatives to the United States Breastfeeding Committee, where she has taken on some really exciting and deep work, and we're so grateful to have you on our team, Angela. So for all the work that you did as Mom to Mom Global Outreach Director, as the first ever Mom to Mom Global Outreach Director, please know that we are grateful, we are thankful, and you will receive in the mail at your new address in your new home your certificate of appreciation and your commemorative pin. And we want to thank you, Angela, for the idea of the pins, because you were the one who suggested this as a way to recognize our volunteers. So I hope that you wear it proudly and know that it comes with much love and appreciation. So Jackie, Megan, and Angela, today we give thanks for you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for everything that you do to support breastfeeding military families. And thank you for everything you did as board members of Mom to Mom Global. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.